The Continental Ballonor Smart Kit to improve your swing. What's that all about? Let's get to it. Welcome back to the channel. So as we said at the top of the show, today we're going to talk about the Continental Ballon Smart Kit, which is basically a new gadget out on the golf market. It's been out for a while actually, but what's really interesting about this, it's basically got two sole inserts to place in your golf shoes with some technology to measure your weight shift real time during your golf swing, which is pretty good. And we'll take you through the packaging and all the rest of it. So why would you want something like this? Well, if you're like me and you've been hitting the ball fat and you've been leaving your weight on the back, etc., this is, let's say, a bit of tech that can measure and actually help train you to get your weight over onto the left side. So it's a really intuitive type system, very simple. Just put these insoles into your shoes, and I'll give you a demonstration of that in a minute and do the unpackaging so you know exactly what's in the kit of this Ballonor Smart Kit. And of course you have to put an app on your phone, and I'll just take you through what I did using this, and already it's given me some really good feedback. But let's go into the packaging now, and just for interest, obviously people like to know the cost of these things. Well, let's just say this, the I would say the biggest technology on the market at the minute in the golf industry with regards to checking your forces, vertical forces, horizontal forces, etc., weight shift is the Catalyst Swing Catalyst dual plate system, which is very expensive, costs about $25,000. It's going to be stuck in a, let's say, golf bay somewhere, either indoors or at a driving range perhaps. But the good thing about these is you can basically put them in your insoles. You can go and play on the golf course real time, record everything, and yeah, that's pretty handy. So I would say the other thing is cost is only about $700 for this, so hell of a lot cheaper for more or less the same information. Because let's just face it, all we want to know is, am I getting my weight transfer through to the ball so I can hit the little ball before the big ball? All right, so anyway, let's just go and show you what's in the packaging here, and give you a little bit more information of what are the components of this Ballonor Smart Kit before we go into show you what I did with this, setting it up and recording my first swing with this new system. Right, let's do the unpackaging of this Ballonor Smart Kit. So you can just see here, nice bit of packaging, golfer on the front, it's obviously telling you what it's about, improve your swing, etc. Some good information on the back here, talks about the insoles, 9 pressure sensors on each sole to measure, of course, the phone, and they put the app on the phone, these electronic, let's say, transmitters that collect the data from the sensors, send it to via Bluetooth to your app on your phone, and then record, obviously, your swing real time. Important just to mention the sizes at the back here. So if you do go ahead and order this, just make sure you've got the correct size. So for me, for example, I went for extra large UK 10.5, and this is a range of 10 to 12. So just for information, important before you order it, if you do go ahead and order it. But yeah, good bit of kit. Anyway, let's just open it up. So what we've got is, once you've taken the sleeve packaging off, you've got this nice little quick guide. It's basically 8 steps. Download the app, charge the sensors. I'm going to show you that in a minute. You've got these then clipping into the sole, electronic sensors to the soles, and then the clips to then clip it onto your golf shoe, and we'll show you that in a minute. Putting it in your golf shoe either can be on top or under. I think under's best if you've got an insole in your golf shoe, just to help protect the sensors, etc. But it does say you can use on top in case your golf shoe doesn't have, let's say, removable insoles. And then we've got item 6, clipping it in there snugly, starting it up, and then basically then doing the recording and stuff like that. So let's just go a little bit further and open it up, show you what we've got. So let's just unzip this. Nice little packaging, very lightweight. And then let's see, perhaps we can just see that there. So you can see you've got the two insole pressure sensor insoles here, just on the back side there. You've then got the, let's say, the transition clip where you would put the sensors into. These are the bits that hang out on the side of your shoe. You can see here you've got basically like a cradle to hold the electronic sensors. There's a USB-C connection there. Do bear in mind, make sure you've got the correct power supply for this, because you can blow them up if you're just using your normal whatever iPhone or Samsung charger, because it's a bit more powerful than what this is actually required. So do check that, read the instructions as they say. And then these just clip out like so, and let's just put one into action here. Let's see, yeah, just clip in very easily. Take the other one out, again just clip in very easily. Then that's pretty much it. And so you've already charged it up, and then basically they turn them on and just click once. You can see the blue light. Yeah. Of course, when it connects with the app, it will go green and showing healthy, etc. You need to pair these with the phone first. So once it's paired, it will go green, then you know you're good to go. And they've also got vibration, so you'll get feedback from the app through vibration on these sensors, which you feel. And definitely I felt them, and that helps you to understand where you are and when to take the swing, etc. So anyway, that's sort of the packaging. Let's just do a little bit of an example of putting it in a shoe. Okay, so you've got your three items here. You've got your insole already removed from your golf shoe. My golf shoe is just the 360 BOA Adidas. You've got your pressure insole, Ballonor. So we're taking the insole out, just simply slide it in there. It's usually pretty easy to do that. That fits nice and snug. You then clip it in there also, like so. And that's what it would look like once you put your foot in. Basically, you can see there, it's nice and snug. You then put your insole back in, the original insole of the golf shoe, and then you're good to go. Yeah, so I would recommend you try and put it under the insole if you can. It just helps to protect the tech. That's all, the sensors. Otherwise, it can maybe get damaged. But they do say you can use it on top of the insole as well. Anyway, that's what it looks like. Obviously, set up. No need to do the other foot, but yeah.
Right, before we go into explain a little bit more about this Ballonor, I just want to take time to go through the app. So when you put the app on your phone and you open it up, you'll get this screen right in front of you that you can see on the screen. Now, it can be a bit confusing. You're not sure how it works, all the rest of it. So to help that, just go into the settings tab here, and you can go into support, and then you'll go into tutorials, and then you'll see these intro to Ballonor, and then you just basically tells you about the player card, the heat map, then it tells you about the sessions, and then Ballon Academy, which is linking up to a pro to give you advice live, and then of course settings. Yeah, so that's that. And then again in tutorials, you go into how to pair the pressure soles. So there's just some nice illustrations here and some explanation at the bottom telling you how to pair the actual devices to the phone and the app. So yeah, that's very, very useful. So that's another one. And then how to start a session. So yep, that's basically showing you how to start a new session. And you can see here session setup, as well as recording the session. So you'll need a tripod. But you actually don't need a tripod, because actually the little package or cover that it brings, you can actually sit your phone in that, so that works very well. And then you can see here, review the sessions, and of course the the key point here is you can see this little green circle here. That's when everything is correct. If you've got yellow or red, these are, let's say, there's an intuitive AI coach here that tells you what you need to work on so you don't get lost. So yeah, pretty useful that. So, and there's also some metrics that you can compare to what the pros do versus what you're doing. So that's useful. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So just going back into the menu, because I just want to show you, obviously you saw the tutorial there, but have a look at this. So you got the player card, we then got the heat map. This is where you would pair the left foot and the right foot devices. Yeah, and it just basically will walk you straight through it. We then got this sessions map. And I've already recorded this 9-iron session, so you would select the particular club that you want. So let's just go into there and see that. And you can see here already the AI coach is telling me I need to work on my setup, so that's quite interesting. And of course here it's just giving me a recording of where I am. But interestingly, when you go down to the 3 swings that was recorded, I'll just go into swing 3. Okay, so we're into swing 3 recording. You see here on the left hand side we've got the video recording of the swing with a bit of a time bar at the bottom with a address all the way to finish with a backswing and a impact in between. Just taking time to just quickly describe the information on the right hand side. So you got the pressure balance graph at the top right hand side, so that's going to show you the percentage pressure weights on the left foot, right foot as you go through the swing from the address to finish position. We then come up to the heat map. That's obviously going to just show you exactly where your weight is in the front or the back, front of the say the ball of your foot or the heel, for example, as well as showing the weight pressure distribution left to right. So here you can see 65% at address, 35% on the right. That's why the assistant coach says I need to work on that bit. We then come to the swing metrics, and you can see here green is good, so you can see backswing impact is good. And just for information, let's say orange and red is items to work on. So the other thing is, if you just click on the information box, it will bring up a screen just to tell you exactly what the pros do, for example. So it just gives you a focus on what you need to try and work on. So that's quite interesting. Then you've got these swing metrics advanced at the bottom. So you can see here, just for example, we've got maximum vertical information box. So it's just giving you a metric of what the pros do, and then you can compare it to your graph when you've recorded your information. You can see here also vertical timing. That was good for me. So I managed to get a green light on that one. But again, this is just giving you an explanation of what the pros do, what is the expected outcome for advanced players. So yeah, that's all good. And then just come back over to the video recording screen. So then if we go along to we can see here you've got ×1, so that's normal speed. You can go down to slow-mo on 0.25, but for this we'll just keep it on 1. I'll just play it quickly so you can see. Yeah, so you can just see it keeps repeating, so that's interesting. You can see the timeline there going through. So, but we'll just bring it back to the beginning. So you can see here, there's address position. Bring the heat maps and the graph back on the right hand side, and then save for address. Already, just taking away the club, you can see my weight distribution is going into the trail foot, 56% versus 44% when you look at the heat map. That's also represented on the pressure balance graph. We then come along to just going in between, actually, because this is where my particular situation is. I've got more, let's say, weight on the trail side. I tend to come back and recenter very early, really, so I don't fat the ball. So that's, even before I get to the backswing. And the backswing is just part of it. So you can see here, I'm at sort of left arm parallel to the ground, but I'm already recentering, going back over to the lead foot, as you can see. So you can see here as I go into the B on the timeline, that's the backswing, so that's left arm parallel for me. And you can see I've got still 56% in the trail foot, 44%, but it's starting to change as I go back. And you can see I'm already transitioning before I even get to the top of my swing over to the forward side. So I haven't even started my downswing yet, and I've got 63% and 37% on the trail foot. So I'm starting to put that weight across over to the left hand side into the lead foot. We then just put it forward onto the eye, for example. You see this is the impact. So I've started obviously the downswing already. You can see I've got all my weight, which is really good to see. 93%, probably a bit too much, but like I say, I've been having big troubles hitting the bull fat, so this is just trying really hard to get my weight on the left hand side, and certainly with these devices giving me the measurement, I'm achieving my objective. And then you bring it through to finish, and you can see there basically I've got 76%, 24%. And again, when you look at the pressure balance graph, you see there's like a little time bar where it is. And let's say that finish position is represented by a grey line that comes vertically on the balance pressure balance graph at the top right. As you can see, if we just roll it back again, there's impacts. Yeah, 93% on the lead foot, 7% on the trail foot. Backswing at 44% on the lead foot, and 56 on the trail foot, and of course address. Well, actually that was takeaway. If we take it all the way further back to actually address for me, I had a lot more weight actually on, let's say, the lead foot, 65%. So anyway, I hope that really explains this app for those of you who are really interested. But it's really interesting to see where your weight is, whether it be in the sole of your foot, the heel of your foot. And just for information as well, you see there's a little black squiggly line. Let's just take it through to the finish again. You'll see basically that is actually representing what's called your center of pressure. So that's just showing what is the center point of your pressure. As you're moving and doing your swing, you can see where the center of your pressure is moving as you're doing your kinematic sequence for your golf swing. So that's interesting as well. And of course, you can also compare that to the pros as well. Anyway, let's go back into the live video.
Right, now that we got the packaging and everything out of the way, just want to show you here. Don't worry, I'll bring this up on the screen as well so you can see it probably over there. But basically the way I've done it here is just I've synced my phone, Smart View, just cast it to the TV just so I can see it in the TV, and it's actually currently playing. So once you've done a recording of your swing and pressure sensors in your shoes, etc., this is where it's really interesting. It captures real time your weight shift at the say left arm parallel, up to the top, downswing, impact, and then obviously the finish. So I'm just letting it play there at the minute. You probably see somebody swinging away, that's me. So we're just going to stop it there and then basically look at basically taking you through this. So as you can see here, and as I said, I'll put this on the screen, but we go basically at setup. Me personally, I've got basically say 65%. It's probably a bit too much. Should usually be about 55 to 45. I've got 65-35, but actually just helps me. Do bear in mind, older people probably just need to put a bit more weight shift early, and that helps you obviously because we're not as athletic as some of the other golfers in this world, so the over 50s. So I put a bit more weight on the front, 65-35. That just helps me just to say, okay, I've got my weight in it. Now I know I've got to shift it to the right to get that weight transfer. So you see here, there's like an A, B, and a impact, I, and then finish. So then you've got basically, you know, your takeaway, if you like. So A, we'll just go forward. So, but before we do, is you can see here the sensors. At the top here, we've got basically sort of 53% of the pressures forward and my left foot, 47 at the back, showing similar basically pressure balance here, but ultimately 65% of the weight is on my front foot, 35% on the back foot. Okay, so then we just bring it forward to the A, and you can see here at A, I've already started to take away the club. You can see here, and I've got then 56 coming into my trail foot, 44% on the front, and then basically I can then fast forward it. You don't necessarily need to go jump to the A's and the B's, but we'll just go in between A and B just to see where it is. And you can see here, some more or less takeaway. I've already got, let's see, just jump that bit more forward. So more or less club parallel, I've got 70% of weight coming in my trail foot, 30% on the front. Then we'll go into B, just to see that. Then I've already started left arm parallel. I've already started my, let's say, transition to start bringing the weight forward so that I don't hit the ball fat. That's the key thing here. And actually, good golfers, the pros, they always stay at that sort of going back onto the left foot, even though they're swinging still to the back of the swing very, very early. That's what makes them very good. So I've gone, yeah, I've already started transition there. Earlier it was 70% on my trail foot. Now I'm starting to lighten off. It's 56%. Yeah, probably a little bit too much, I would say, weight or pressure on that sort of outside of my foot here. So that's interesting to see. It's maybe something I need to work on. But then you've got 44% on the lead foot. Yeah, and then we come to the eye position, which is impact. You can see as I was already starting, let's say, my weight going forward before I was at the top of my swing. But as I'm just before impact, I've got 93% of my weight basically is on the lead foot before I've hit the ball. So it's going to help make sure I got my weight forward, going to hit that golf ball first before the big ball. And then obviously I've only got about 7%. So that's probably a lot more than the pros. I just want to make a point to make sure I don't hit the ball fat. So I like to get my weight forward. But there are other reasons why you would hit the golf ball fat. But let's just say weight transfer, correct kinematic sequencing and weight transfer is so important. It's going to make sure you hit the ball a lot further. Yeah. There's a lot more to it, obviously, in the swing, but the key thing is here is, for the first time, for me at least, I can measure it. Yeah, so I can see what the hell's going on with my weight transfer, because I was having a tendency to lean back when I'm, hitting the golf ball, and that's one of the reasons I was hitting the golf ball fat. But with this tech, I can really start measuring it, at least one of the elements of why you would hit the golf ball fat. So it's really, really interesting. And then we go to the what's called the finish position. And you can see here, I've finished here at 76%, 24 on the back. So yeah, and of course it records your swing, so you can see and stop it at different intervals and see what's going on with your weight at certain parts of your swing. So it's really, really intuitive, and great piece of tech that Continental have come out with. Obviously Continental famous for the tires. So I'm sure there was some of the pressure sensor technology came out of the tires to go into these insoles. You do many, many other things, oil export hoses, for example, for FPSOs. But anyway, this was just to, I wanted to bring this to you. This will be maybe a first of, let's say, part one of this Ballonor Smart Kit, as I get to explore it and just learn a little bit more about it. But in any case, I hope this has been informative, and watch out, there'll be some more videos on this new tech. And yeah, without further ado, we'll leave you with that. And if you haven't already, it helps grow the channel. Hit the notification bell, the like button, and don't forget to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye for now.